I've watched like very few movies that have come out this year so far. Nothing has spoken to me. I did watch one movie though that I have to recommend highly. So there's a documentary filmmaker named Lance Oppenheim, and a couple years ago he came out with a movie called Some Kind of Heaven, and it's this really great documentary that I recommend about the Villages, which is this giant retirement community in Florida. And what he did was that he followed essentially like three different people who live in the Villages, more or less. Anyway, he has a new movie out called Sperm World. It's the exact same structure as the first movie, more or less, where he follows three people. And these three people sell and or give away their sperm for people to use to get pregnant with. There's like a Facebook page, I guess, out there where people can go on there. And it seems like most of the time it's queer women who don't have sperm to use. So they go on the Facebook page, and instead of adopting, which that's an option, but that takes time, or going to a sperm bank, which again, that takes time and a lot of money. You go on the Facebook page and you're like, my partner and I want to get pregnant. I live in blah, 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 blah. Who can help me? And then guys, they spring up and they're like, hey, I live nearby. I'll give you my sperm.
Sure.
Some of the guys sell it and some of the guys don't. One of the guys sells it. Another guy who's like an older guy in his 60s, he's giving it away. One of the guys that they follow is this amazing man, Ari Nagel. He claims in the movie that he has like 130, 140 kids. And I don't think he sells a sperm. I think he's just giving it away.
Sure.
The problem with this is that, like, if you do this, going the black market route for the father, you could be sued
Yeah.
for child support. And I think Ari says that he has been multiple times. So he's like destitute, like he's impoverished, but he still gives his sperm away to
Still, he keeps
couples and people.
doing
He keeps doing it. Yeah. And so that's kind of like the theme of the movie. This movie and Some Kind of Heaven kind of have this theme of loneliness in it.
Yeah.
People trying to find their purpose. What are they doing on this earth? How will they be remembered? The older guy in Sperm World, he's newly divorced. And a big part of the movie is him trying to help this girl who wants to get pregnant, who has multiple health issues and might die because she gives birth to a child. Some Kind of Heaven and Sperm World, again, they're very similar. They're both under 90 minutes long. They are both funny. They're both beautifully shot. And they're documentaries, but it's made like a film. And Lance Oppenheim, I heard interviews where he talks about this, where he's more interested in kind of trying to represent the subjective perspective of his subjects and what they're going through and how they feel. So when you're watching it, it's not like you're watching like a boring kind of talking head documentary, right? It's not just about that though. It's about like why people do this. Why do you want a kid? Why are you giving away your sperm to people? Why do you feel compelled to give your sperm even though you have 130, 140 kids like all over the country? What's the point? I highly recommend it. It's a great film. Probably, alongside Dune, one of the best films of the year so far that I've seen.